What's up, guys? Back with another movie review. Today I'm here to talk about Lady Bird, which is an extremely acclaimed movie from 2017. It centers in on a teenage girl who is on the cusp of her senior year and going off to college and, kind of starting her life. But she's kind of struggling to kind of find her place in the world. She desperately wants to leave Sacramento, where she lives. She essentially just wants a different life than the one that she has. She fantasizes about the lives that the rich people have and that the beautiful girls have. And meanwhile, she kind of doesn't really do anything, in her own life. She's not a very good student. She's not particularly nice to people or affable to people. She's very likable because she does have a unique sense of humor and she's very charming. But she has just a kind of a sense of entitlement, and her mother is more of like an old school, earn your way kind of person. So they clash consistently. And that's kind of just the movie just kind of follows her through a certain period of her life. It's not a heavy narrative. It's more character driven, kind of slice of life kind of movie. I did like it. I think it was really funny. I think it was hilarious sometimes. But I don't think it does anything new or particularly original. It's being talked about. I mean, it's like one of the highest rated movie of all time at Rotten Tomatoes at the time of this review. I get that it's a great movie, and I think it's a great movie, but to me, it's all been there, done that. I mean, it kind of hits every quirky, female-driven indie movie cliche, but I don't think that's a bad thing because it takes those cliches and it does them, really, really well. So even though this is all stuff we've seen before, it's done, so well that it doesn't matter. The characters are really quirky and fun to watch. The dialogue is really sharp and has a lot of really funny and poignant moments. The emotional beats work. It's a really effective movie, but it's just not. To me, if you really want to be like one of the great movies, you need to bring some originality to the table, and unfortunately, Lady Bird doesn't do that. But again, it's not a huge indictment against the movie. I love the movie. Don't get me wrong, but I just kind of expected it to be a little bit more fresh and original and creative, and instead, it kind of took well-worn territory and just finally polished it until it really shines. And so it is a really funny, really effective, really poignant movie, but it just doesn't, this is not new ground. This is all stuff we've seen countless times before in quirky indie movies. So I understand the acclaim for it. I don't understand the acclaim that's putting it on some kind of a pedestal, because I feel like we've been down this road so many times by so many great movies that it's really hard to really overpraise Lady Bird for kind of just standing on the shoulders of other people and putting out a really solid, enjoyable movie. I love the performances in this. I love that just about every character in this movie was colorful and quirky in their own way. I love the interaction between the different characters. I really thought that it worked. Everything about this movie really works. I don't have really any complaints about it, other than the fact that this is all kind of rehashed material. But again, it does so well with it doesn't really matter. But unfortunately, in a lot of online communities, if you voice any kind of criticism of this movie, you're kind of met with a tidal wave of negativity. Again, I like the movie. I think it's great. I think it's definitely worth seeing. I think it's one of the better movies of 2017, but I don't think it's anything remarkably special just because it doesn't do anything new. But I did appreciate it, and I had a lot of fun with it. So I definitely recommend it. I love the dialogue in this. I love the kind of random, confrontational, disruptive nature of the dialogue. Definitely that's my favorite part of the movie. Obviously, I think even though a lot of people are going to say this is more female-driven, and I feel like it is, I feel like there's a lot of universal stuff here as well. Just because it's a mother-daughter relationship that's the focus, you could easily be a father-son. There are similar dynamics in just about every kind of relationship. So it's definitely not something that you have to be a female to appreciate, in my opinion. So that's my review of Lady Bird. Great movie. Not much here original or creative, but it takes well-worn cliches and polishes them until they're super, super shiny. Really fun movie. Definitely highly recommended. I did a full write-up of Lady Bird at my website, markfusion.com. I'm also on Instagram, Twitter, Twitch, all that kind of cool stuff. If you like these videos, please do drop a sub. I would greatly appreciate it. It's a free, easy, direct, quick way to support me. YouTube is very wonky and monetization and stuff like that, so this is a very simple, easy way to concretely support this channel is to drop a sub. I would greatly appreciate it. Anyway, thanks for watching this video. I know some people are going to hate on it just because I'm not universally praising it. But again, it is a good movie. It's just not that creative, and there's really nothing fresh here. It's just kind of the same quirky indie stuff, just with a nice new coat of paint on it, which there's nothing wrong with that. It's a really fun movie. But anyway, that's it. That's Lady Bird. Thanks for watching this video. I greatly, greatly appreciate it, and hopefully I'll see you soon.